The moment of panic was not really a moment at all. It was an extended period of distress. Why? My reliable little laptop was not as reliable as I had been led to believe. At 5 years old, the Apple machine needed an upgrade. The operating system was outmoded. It was wheezing a bit. It was time for a change. The good people at the Burlingame Apple Store were up for it. With very little muss or fuss, the pleasant technician, fully realizing that she was dealing with a geezer afflicted with a blatant case of techno-dorkism, defined as a pronounced inability to grasp relatively simple computer concepts, applications and programs, zipped through the process of installing a new and better operating system. She took the time to back up all important documents via Google Drive. Very nice work, and it turned out to be a wise move. Everything had gone swimmingly. Once back at home, I logged on and oops, none of my documents would open. They seemed to be available, but nothing would bring them to life. Many of them wouldn't respond on Google Drive as well. Unfortunately, among the materials in question were some 36,000 words in some 4 dozen chapters of an unfinished book. You can well imagine my concern, nay, my feelings of deep and unrelenting despair at the prospect of losing all of that work. I headed back to the Apple outlet. It felt like a return to a physician's office, and my machine was a patient with some sort of dire undiagnosed condition. And Obamacare didn't cover any of it. Not to worry. A proper fix was determined. It was nothing serious. A simple tweak and, yep, all of the documents were available for editing again. Disaster averted. Life is good. Problem solved. Still on the subject of technology for a moment, here's a timely suggestion. If you are wary of social media, if Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and all the rest have got you down and you're fed up with all of it, why not simply avoid this stuff altogether? Don't access it, don't use it, don't pay any attention to it. Seems simple enough. It's not mandatory, it's not required. You can live without it. Really, you can. Problem solved. Old school. You have to give credit to the folks at the Vans restaurant in Belmont for continuing to be old school to a fault. Their menu still declares, "We're old-fashioned, we still light our mesquite charcoal with yesterday's newspaper." Great, provided it's not today's publication. Thank you very much. It's a matter of survival in these difficult times. Wordsmith. Let's ladle out some love to at least one writer toiling for the Wall Street Journal. In a recent opinion piece in those pages, a pontificating pundit used the word taradiddle. It's right out of the lexicon of the late great wordsmith W.C. Fields. So what does it mean? Taradiddle is defined as a fib, or pretentious nonsense. Sounds a lot like this weekly exercise. John Horgan's column appears weekly in the Mercury News. Contact him by email at johnhorganmedia@gmail.com or by regular mail at P.O. Box 11708, 3 Burlingame, California 94011.